Okay, yeah. Okay, so in yesterday's session, we have discussed about filters, action filters, and this is the order of operations that we have seen. So this is like an order. So whenever, so let's say I told you about extract data source filter and data source filter. So this will be the so so when you consider the dimension filters and other filters, so these two will be applicable for the first. So this will be applicable for the first. So let's see how it will be. So let's say when I apply any data source filter. So let me just connect to one data. So sample superstore. Okay. And when I edit this, let's say if I have applied any category filter, let's say I have selected office supplies. So here when I say category in the data, so I can see only office supplies. So whatever filters that I use later, let's say other filters if I apply product or let's take subcategory. So if other filters that I apply, so that will be on top of the filter that I have already applied in this. So category will be only office supplies. So whatever filters that I apply, that will be on top of the filter I have already applied. So that means, so what I'm trying to tell you is this. So this will be your first filters. Later on, whatever filter that you apply, so that will be your next filters. In the same way, context filter will be your next filter. So why context will be your next filter? Let's say I have selected this. And if I made a context, let's say product name I made it. So it's in the second position actually. So when you make it add to context, so it will go on the top. So with this, we can identify or we can say that context filter will be the topmost filter in the worksheets. So whatever filters that we apply other than context filter and dimension filter, so this is data source filter, and in extract we have extract data source filter. Here also we can apply. So these two will be the topmost filters. So later on that whatever filters that we apply, so in that context filter will be your next filter. And later on we have fixed LOD functions and top end filters. So this will come in the next thing. So LOD functions we will discuss in the separate session. And the next one, it will come as dimension filters. And next one is data blending. So these are the like topics or topics or like functionalities that will be coming in this order. And then in the next one, include, exclude, and level of details. So if you see in the fourth position, we had uh, fixed LOD. So in LOD, we have three types of functions: fix, include, and exclude. Okay, and in the order of operations, fixed LOD will be in the fourth position, and include LOD and exclude LOD is in the seventh position. After that, measure filters will be applied. So we have also seen some of the measure filters. So if you click on this, so you can do a range. So you can see the values in that particular range and all. So this can be doable with the measure filters. And there are some totals that we can calculate. Let's say, so how do you calculate totals? So now let's see. I'll put subcategory and I'll say sales. So these are my individual values for category and subcategory. But now I want to see what is the total for all this, which is $731,893. So I want to see the total at the bottom. To see that, we need to go to analysis, go to table layout. Sorry, there is an option called totals. Go to totals and show row grand totals. Sorry, it's a column, so you need to show a column grand totals. So if you show the column grand totals, you will be able to see the value, the total value of all the subcategories. So yeah, so in this totals will come in the uh, the last location, which is 7th or 8th position. And we have forecast and table calculations as well. So let me show you how do we create table calculations. So just right click on this. So you can create a table calculation. So this also I will explain you in a separate session. So to just tell you what is table calculation. So these are the, like you can do the running total for each and every subcategories and all. So that will come in the last but one position. And we also have forecasts. So forecast will be available only for the data that has order date. Forecast is nothing but the future data. So it's nothing but the future data, or like, so comparing the values now, by comparing the present values, we will presume this might be the value in the next coming years or next coming months. So that we can do with, so just right click on the chart and go to forecast and show forecast. So it will show for next few months or few years, so that this will be based on the previous year's data or previous month's data. So with that, it is able to show you some forecast information. So this is giving you December 2023 value, and this is also giving you January 2024 value. So that means like we can calculate based on the what is the last year's January 2023 value and what is the January 2022 value. So based on that, it does some internal calculation and it will give us the forecast value. So that will also come in the last but one position. And trend lines and reference lines. Yeah, so we have also seen how to create trend lines. So just right click on this, click on trend lines, you can show the trend line. So this is a trend line for the current data, and this is a trend line for future data, which is forecast data. So this forecast data is not there in the data itself. 2024 data itself is not there in the data, but Tableau is automatically calculating based on the previous information that is there. So that's how we can see the forecast information. So that's how we can create the trend line. And so we can also describe trend line. So just click on, yeah. So with this, it will tell you how this trend line is being created. So this is the analytical expression of this particular line that is being created. So yeah, so that will be in the last position. Trend lines will be in order of operations. Trend line will be your last topic. And let me show you reference line also. So just right click on the axis. So add reference line. So this reference line, let's say, in what are the months that are crossing $20,000 of sales? What are the years that are crossing uh, $20,000 of sales? Those things you can see it. So here you can enter that value manually. Yeah, so in $20,000, you will get a reference line so that you will know which are months which are crossing the $20,000. Or you can specify average or min max, all these things also you can specify. Sum of sales average. So those things also you can manage with the reference line. So in order of operations, so that will be your last thing. So this is an important question. So it's good to remember this order of operation. Okay, so with that, yesterday's session 11 is completed. So in that session, we have discussed about action filters. So in action filters, we had, apart from this four, we also had parameter actions, and also we had set actions. So now we will discuss about joins and unions in Tableau. So I will show you one data. So I will connect to one Excel data, sample Excel data, where I will show you how to do a join. Hello. Yes. Yeah. In that order only it will get executed. Ah, extract will. No, no, no. సో ఏదైనా ఒకటే యూజ్ చేస్తాం, ఎక్స్ట్రాక్ట్ కానీ లైవ్ కానీ యూజ్. ఇప్పుడు లైవ్ లో పెడితే ఎక్స్ట్రాక్ట్ వాడము, ఎక్స్ట్రాక్ట్ పెడితే లైవ్ లో వాడము. సో సో either of the one you can say. No, if you are using live connection, then you will use data source filter. If you are in extract mode, you will use extract source filter. So you can't use both at a time. So you can put data source, I mean normal data source filter in the first position and extract data source also in the next position. So in that two, which can be one or two, both can't be used at a time, right? Yeah. Okay. So we will connect to joins. So before making joins, I'll just help you understand what is the data. So here I have two columns, which has name column, which will have only names, and number of siblings of that particular person. So Taylor has two siblings, Alex has three siblings, Shannon has zero, like this. And in join two, I have two columns. I have name column similar to join one table. So these are my table names basically. Join one is table name and join two is the second table name. And in the second table, I have name and eye color. So what is the eye color of that particular person? Okay. So now I will do join between these two. So there are four type of joins that we can do in Tableau. So let's see how we can do that. So let me take a new dashboard. Okay, so I will connect to that file. So click on this connect to data source, click on Microsoft Excel, go to the location, joins and unions. Okay, so here I will connect to those tables. So in first one I have join, so which has name and number of siblings. Okay, so if you want to do a join, so just double click on this. So you can see the table join one, and then you put the join two table. Okay, so by default, whenever you drag something to join, so it will does an inner join. So based on the names, let's say in join one, I have a name column, and in join two, I have a name column. As the headers are same, so name and name headers are same. So by default, it has made a connection between these two tables. So it has already joined. So Ravi, can you tell me? I'll just put this tables side by side. Okay. So this is my table one, or I'll just take this one only. Okay, so this is my table 1 data. This is my table 2 data. Table 1, table 2. Okay. So how many names are matching? Ravi, can you tell me? Okay. Okay. So these are not matching, not matching. So if you do an inner join in Tableau, so you will get only two rows. Taylor, Taylor is matching, so you will get that row. Alex is matching, so you will get that row. So basically, inner join means only matching values. Only matching values from both tables. So now let's see left join. Suganya, can you tell me what will I get if I do a left join? Okay. Okay. So the definition of left join is um, you will get left table completely, left table, all records, and matching records from right table. Yeah, so you will get this 4 and matching records from, so only these two are matching. So you will get these two. No, it will get the information. I mean, while reporting, you can show only one column. So I'll just do. So here also, if you see, you have name column from join one table, number of siblings from join one table. So you will have the information of all the columns. So join two, you'll get. So if you go into the sheet, you can show name, eye color, number of siblings. So here you can show only limited columns that you want to see. But in the data, you will have all the columns. In the data, you will have all the columns. Got it? Okay, so now I will do left join in Tableau. So I'll do left join. So I'll get left complete table, which is this one, Taylor, Alex, Shannon, Tracy. So I can see the complete left table and matching records from right table, Taylor, Alex. So this information I can see. So whatever is not matching, you are getting nulls. Ravi, can you tell me what is right join? Yeah, correct. So right table all records and matching records from left. Yeah, perfect. Yeah. So you'll get this entire table and Taylor Alex from this table. Okay, now let's do this in Tableau. Just click on this. So you got the right table completely and Taylor Alex matching records from left table. Okay, now let's do full join. Okay, so full join, you will get right table value, left and right table records and matching records. Now we'll see how this will happen. Okay. So I said, okay, first we'll do only matching records. First we will do only matching records. So these two are matching. So these two are matching. So I have, okay, I will get this thing. So in all the cases, matching records will come. Okay. So in case of full join, what we have said, from left table, you will get all the records. So, I mean, from left and right, you will get all the records. So get these records also. So you have all the records, but you don't have matching records for these names. So what you will get here? So can you tell me what you will get here? No, that is not matching, right? Ravi, can you tell me? Yeah. So if it is not matching, we will get null values. In the same way, and by the definition of full join, we will also get right table values. So copy this, paste it here. And as we don't have matching records for these two names, here also we'll get null values. So with that, we have covered both the tables. So we have complete left table values, and we also have complete right table values, and we also have matching records. So we got extra two rows. It's because we also want both the tables data. So that's why we got two more extra rows. So now we'll see how. So yeah. So you're missing these two people's information, right? So that's the reason. I mean, in some cases, so if you want to know these two names information also, you can see that. So I'll just show you how it helps. So let's me do a full join. So it does exactly. So you got all the names from the right table and also all the names from the left table and matching records. So now I will show you how it helps. So name, I take it. So now names I have, oh, sorry. So I got all the names. Like in total, I have six names, six different names. So with this, I can get eye color and number of siblings. Okay, let me, I'll just do name plus. Okay, so I'll just combine these two names. So if you see, there is a name null. Like, okay, so in first table, we have only four names, and in second table, we also have four names. So I'll just combine these two name columns and create one column. If Okay, so if name equal to null, then name and okay, so whenever it is null, I'm saying it as join to. Otherwise, I want to see name. So I'll combine name. Say okay. Okay, so basic funda of this, I'll just tell you this later. So basic funda of this to get the all the names in one column and see all the information of eye color and as well as number of siblings. To see the number of siblings over there, you just type it here and see number of siblings. Okay, so with that we can cover all the 6 names. So here we have 6 names, which is John, Morgan, Alex, Shannon, and Tyler. So that is about how to create table joins. So these are the basic 4 different joins which are available in Tableau. Just right click on this. So these are the 4 simple joins that are there so that we can make use of. So apart from joins, so recently Tableau have added from 2020. So they have create a relationship. So there you don't need to do any kind of joins. So I will show you how it works. So I'm just closing this. So there you don't need to do any kind of joins. So I'll just remove. I'll do it from the starting. Okay. So this is join one table name. So if you want to do joins, just you need to double click. Or if you want to use relationships, don't need to double click on that and just drag join to. Yeah. So here you won't see any kind of joins. This is a relationship model. Okay. And it will automatically take the different columns. I mean, whatever is matching, that it will take. So now let's see how this works. So now I will take name column from join one, name two column from join two. So this will automatically do this inner join. So we have not done anything. So whatever is matching, it automatically took. Alex and Tyler, and it is showing you eye color and number of siblings. So this we can take it. Or else if you have taken join 2, so this information you can, it is visible. And now let's take, so let's start from name join 2 and name 1, and I'll take eye color, number of siblings. So here I can see the Shannon Tracy and all these values. So this basically does a left join and it will give us the values accordingly. So that is about relationship model. So here the data will be stored as it is. So if you see, these two tables are two separate tables only. It is not making any kind of join. It will show you the values as it is. Only when you try to use the columns, let's say name 1 and number of siblings, here you can make a data. And so that is from join 1 table. And if you take the information from this table, so here also you can see all the information. When you try to get the information from other table also, you can get it. So you can get the number of siblings information also, which is not matching in this case, and you are not getting the values for the names that are there in the dashboard. So here also we can see eye color, which is not there in the table 1. So still we can see the data. So this is how we can make use of relationships. So that is about, so this relationship is way different than joins. Okay, so this will not combine or do any kind of joins. So in this way also we can represent the data. So now let's see about unions. Let me close this. Uh-huh. Joins. Ah, that's చేసుకోవచ్చు. Yeah, we can do. Data blending an option ఉంటుంది. అది చెప్తా. So there is an option called data blending. So yeah, not inner join. So that's way different. So it's like two separate tables. So if you do an inner join, you will not get this thing, right? So you, let's say in this case, uh, this one. So this I am taking from the right table, but still I am able to see all the information of right table. But from the left table, whatever is matching, I am taking. So left relationship model is not exactly one type of join. So the relationship model is completely different from joins. So you cannot compare with inner join or left join or full outer join. So in this case, it worked as a right join. If you go to sheet 4, it worked as a left join, right? So this is your left table data. So whatever is matching from the right table, you took it. In sheet 5, it is your right table data, and whatever is matching from the left table, you took it. So, uh, so it's like combination of joints, you can say. Yeah. So there are multiple ways to combine data. So one is data blending, one is joins, and relationship. So we have discussed about these two relationships and joins. Data blending also we will discuss later. So now let's see how to connect, how to do unions in Tableau. So let's connect. So drag this. Uh, just remove this. Click on this new union. Okay, click on this and use the union one. So in union one, I mean, it's like appending the data under the information. So now let's see how the data is actually. So in union one, I have a name and number of presentations given by that particular person. And in union two also, I have names and number of presentations given by different person. So here the names are different. Only one name is matching, Kai, Kai. So now let's see how we can combine these two. Ravi, can you tell me what are the number of rows that I will get if I do a union between these two tables, union one and union two? Heavy the okay. Hmm. Yeah, perfect. Matching and remove. So now let's see how Tableau does it. So I have added these two tables and say okay. Okay, now you can see. So three records from union one table and three records from union two table. So in this way we can do join. So you just need to drag this new union and you can put any number of tables in under that new union. Say okay. And now see name and number of presentations. But here you see only five records. So Ganya, can you tell me why am I seeing only five records here? In data we have six records, but here it is showing you only five. Okay, no problem. So here, okay, as this name is matching, right? Kai. Okay, so this has number of presentation, 10 presentation in table one and 10 presentation in table two. So what happens when I drag this name? So that 10 is getting aggregated. So that's get adding up. So 10 plus 10, which is your value 20. And it is giving us one value. So if you have matching records, so and when you are trying to calculate values, then it will do an aggregation. If you do an average, so it will show the value of average for that value. So this way we can calculate the union. So that is about so so in this case we have same names like same headers. So you have name, number of presentation and number of presentation. So you have same dimension and same measure. But there are cases you will have different names as headers. So you have name, number of presentations, and expenses. In the other table, I have name, number of presentation, and a different column, different measure, which is expense report. Here I have expenses, and here I have expenses report. So now let's see how Tableau does this thing. So I'll just add this Microsoft Excel. Okay, same. I will take the new union name mismatch, union name mismatch too. Say okay. Okay, so whatever columns that are matching, so name will match, and so I have three records in the first table and three records in the second table. So it is coming appended in the same row, same column. So number of presentations I have. So number of presentations also I have in the second table. So it is appended in the same column. But in case of expenses, so I don't have expenses in my second table. So that's why you see nulls here. And in the second table, I have expense report. But in first table, I don't have expense report. So that's why I don't see anything. And this is the information of union tables. So this is from these three records are from the first table and these three records are from the second table. So that's how I can make I can combine these two tables. So that's about unions. So now I'll show you the representation. So left joints and inner joints. So inner joints. So I have this table and this table. So whatever will match, only those records will come into picture. So Taylor and Alex are matching. So I will get only these records. And if you do a left join for the same these records, so you will get the complete left table and matching records from the right table. So these two rows are not matching. So you see null values. In case of right join, you'll get the entire table from the right and only matching records from the which is Taylor and Alex are matching. So you get those information from the left table. And in case of full outer join, you will get all the information from the left table. First, we will do matching records, which is Taylor and Alex. For Taylor and Alex, you will have number of siblings and eye color. You will get the information. For Shannon Tracy, you will not have eye color. For Morgan, you will not have number of siblings. So this is the importance of full outer join, where you will get information from all the two tables and matching records. And this is about union, where you have three rows here and three rows here. In total, you get 6 rows. And whenever these names are matching, so this will get added up. So when you're doing sum, so this whatever names are matching, your measure values will get added up. And what happens when the name mismatches? So whatever names that are matching, so those information will be copied underneath. So let's say I'll just take this information. I'll copy it here. Okay, so this information is same. So it will come under the first table as name and number of representation columns are matching. But what about expenses? So expenses you will get null. Why? Because we don't have that information in the second table. And we also have expense report in the second table. So we'll see. And we don't have that information in first table. So you will get it as null. And these values you'll get for the second table. Yeah, so this is about unions, tables, and joins. So do you guys have any questions related to this? Okay. Suganya, can you tell me what is left join? Okay, perfect. Yeah. Ravi, can you tell me about float join? Yeah, correct. Yeah, perfect. Yeah. Yeah, so that's about joins. So now I'll show, as we have 15 more minutes of time, so I'll just show you about blending as well. You just right click on this. So I will, for blending, you need to connect to each and every table separately. So I'll take join one. So join one I have connected separately. I'll just create a new dashboard. So I'll do data blending. Just click on this, click on joins. So to do data blending, you need to have different tables. So you need to connect the second table separately. Join two. Okay, so join one. I have this information and number of siblings. Okay, so and now I want to get the information of eye color also. So here there is a link that you will get. So based on the names, let's say here you have name, and the second table also you have name. So the column name is matching. So it will show you a link between those two different tables. So if you click on this link, so then a connection is made between these two tables. So how to identify that there is a connection between these two? So earlier to this, okay, so there is no connection now. So if you see a blue tick mark over there, right? So blue tick mark represents primary data source, and orange tick mark represents secondary data source. So when you click on this link, so when you're trying to combine these two data sources, so you just click on this link. So then this becomes whatever you select second, I mean, whenever you click on this link, so that will become your secondary data source. So now I want eye color from this. Just click on this. So there are some certain limitations to get the information from uh, data blending. So, so that's the reason you are not getting that information. Yeah. So basically, it does. So you can't get the values from the other. So if you have any information like, so let's connect to a different data. Union one. Say okay, and connect to Union two. Say okay. So now that we have two, so I will take this as primary and I will take this as secondary. So how am I taking this as secondary? So when you click on this link, this becomes your secondary data source. So in this, I want to take number of presentations. So now I have taken the number of presentations from the other table. So you can get the information. So what is there in other table? So what is it doing is it is showing you all the sum. So which is not correct. So in this scenario, doing data blending will not help us get the actual values. So that's the reason we don't do data blending. So basically data blending. So I will show you one example in the next session on how to get the data using data blending. The data blending uses left outer join. So whenever you use data blending, it does a left outer join and gets the information from the other table. So now let's see. Okay. Ravi, can you tell me what is the importance of histogram chart? Yeah, yeah, perfect. Yeah, frequency of data. Perfect. Okay, so I'll show you some action filters. Mhm. Uh-huh. Okay, so that means you are not getting this header you're saying. Yeah, so by default you will not get that. If you want to see that, you need to, there is a workaround. You need to type it here and hide this one. Then only you will get it. Yeah. So I mean, as per the visualization, what they have done is, so they didn't give any option for header. So ABC is common for everything. To put some values, they have kept it. So it will show you only that values. If you want header, then you need to keep it here, or what you can do is one more thing you can do. You can keep it here and make it discrete. Then also you can see. But ABC, every time when we create anything, right, you will definitely use sum of profit or anything. Like some measure you will use definitely. So that's why in any call, in any worksheet, ABC is common. So to avoid that ABC, you put the last value, measure value in text. Okay. And if you want to see the header, just put it in the quotes and you can see it. Yeah. Okay, so now let's see one simple action filter. So I have region. I have region and I have state. Okay. And each and every region I have discrete. Sorry, let's take count distinct. Okay. In each and every state I have some number of each and every region I have some number of states. So in east region I have 20 states and in west region I have 14 states and all. Yeah. So number of states in each region. So this is one information. And in the next one, I will keep states. And I also show sales. I'll put the bar chart. Sales, state-wise sales, you can say. Okay, so now I will create a simple action filter. So to create a simple action filter, go to worksheet, click on actions, add filter action. So now I will just select number of states in each region. And so this is my source. Source in the sense where I will click, where I will do a click, or where I will do select menu, or where I will hover. So source is nothing but where you will do some action. Target is where I want to go. How my like whatever I'm doing in this sheet, that should do some action in the target sheet. So that to see that, so keep every time this as show all values. Say okay. Okay. So in east I have 20 different states, and west I have 14 different states. So I want to see what are the names of these states in south region. So just click on this. It will take you to state-wise sales sheet, and it will filter on 11 states. But usually it has some number of 59 different states are available. So no filter I have applied in this sheet. So I will come from this sheet. So where I will click on this 11, it will take me to state-wise sales, and it will filter on, you can see at the left bottom, which is 11 rows it is showing. So that means I have 11 rows here. So it has filtered on those 11. So it made a filter for region as south. So this is my source sheet where I have clicked on, and it is showing me south filter is getting applied here. South filter is getting applied here, and I can see the 11 states information. In the same way, if I want to see east region information, click on east, and you can see the 20 rows, and east is getting filtered out here. So that's about how to use an action filter. And now let's see about the options that are also there. Okay, so we have a hover menu. So let's see how hover works. So hover is nothing but you just, I'm not doing any clicks now. I'll just hover on that. So within just hover only, it will go to other, the action will get applied. So without clicking. So earlier I was clicking on that. So without clicking only, it is taking me to the other state, other dashboard, other workbook, sorry. So now let's see menu. So this will give us one menu. So when you click on this, it will show you in the menu. Until unless you click on this menu, that the filter will not get applied. So there are multiple options that you can give to the user for the interaction. So now let's see the other options. So keep filtered values. So let's say what happens if you use keep filtered values. So now I will select 11, go to that. So 11 is there. If I go back here and remove this thing, remove that action. If I go, still you can see the 11 rows. If you select 14, select 14, go to this one. Okay, you can see the 14 states, and remove this action. Still you will be seeing the 14. So what it does is, so it will keep the filter that is been clicked or that is been selected. Now let's see how what show all values does. So click on 11. So you will see 11 values, and remove this action. You will see all the values. That means filter is getting removed. Show all values means if you remove the selection, it will show all values. And go to worksheet actions. Go to exclude all values. Say okay. Say okay. So click on this 11. It will show you 11. And when you remove the action, it will not show any data. So this will be depending on our requirement. So we'll make use of that uh, to show all values or to no, show nothing or to show the filtered values. So we use that option. Yeah, so this is about, yeah, yeah, it will be. I mean, sometimes they will ask you to, mostly their requirements might be to create the KPIs. So let's say profit margin. So, so they will give you some definition. So to calculate profit margin, you have to do sum of profit divided by sum of sales. And you will have some other, there is one KPI called cost of non-quality. So you'll get this. And for this, what you need to do, sum of cost divided by sum of sales. So these type of definitions they will give you some. I mean, I'm just giving you some random example. So in real time, you might be end up having some huge calculations. So depending on the requirement. So I will show you one real time project where you will have different KPIs and all, and I will show you how to use the calculations. And if you go to Tableau gallery, right? So you have an Tableau gallery. So to understand the requirement, what you can try is go download some Tableau which is already prepared. Take some simple dashboards. See, okay, try checking for some dashboard where you can download a Tableau workbook and try replicating these type of charts. See, you have, it's a bar chart and this is a pie chart. So, so how they are representing, and they are using some images and all. And these all are sheets. So representation will be different. So if you see, these are two simple charts, bar chart and pie chart are simple charts. But if you see in the look wise, it is looking very, in look and feel wise, it looks very good. So it depends on how you create the dashboards and how you make it feel good. So what you can do is try downloading these dashboards. So there will be some dashboards where you can download. For some dashboards, they won't give you access to download, but most of the dashboards you can download. Yeah, data file attach ఉంటుంది. Extract will be attached to this. So let's say this one. This one is little bit complicated. See few dashboards which like you can see some line charts or bar charts. So take some simple charts and try to replicate those charts. So that will be basically your requirements. So in real time, you might be getting a different one, but it will be similar. So with that, we have completed our sessions for joints and unions. Okay, let me know if you have any questions from this session or from previous sessions. Suganya, do you have any questions? Ravi, do you have any questions? Hello? Okay, then we'll wrap up the session. So we'll continue tomorrow. Mhm. Okay. Oh, okay. Yeah. Yeah. Thank you. Thank you all for joining.